Oh, yes. Sorry that has taken getting ready, that is. So welcome. Um, so two things. Number one, I stream for half an hour. So when this reaches about 50, but when OBS 50 minutes, I am Wednesday stream. Second of all, those of you who have come from where I posted an announcement for this stream will have learnt that I have not saved from last time. So basically back to the start. The X out of 10 from me. Yeah, back to the start. Since this is gonna see if I can power through X of everything. Over reading X of everything. Just for my own sake. Yeah, I'm just gonna get to where I left off. See? Yeah, as always. Stuff to talk about, I had stuff planned to talk about for this. Now I've forgotten what it was. I didn't realize I was pressing B. Lego Star Wars, yes. I made a bunch of tweets about that. Yeah. Lego Star Wars came out. Yeah, yesterday. I didn't get to play it. I had it pre-ordered, but I didn't play it on release. I've been distracted stuff and reason the download time for people like an entire 7 hours. So I thought, fuck that, I'll play Apex and play Apex Legends with mates instead. So I did. Also, you'll notice my voice, rather my microphone quality is kind of different from before. That's because I have total access to voice mod now. So I can auto tune my voice. What do you think about that? Yeah, having it set to clean lowers the thing. Might change that. Yeah, you know what? I will change that. Voice volume. Hopefully that works. A bit. No. Pop one. Looks like it has somewhat, not in full, but whatever. Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, Lego Star Wars, yeah. So, released yesterday, didn't get a chance to play it. wanted to do the stuff. I didn't really have time. Decided to play Apex. Installs overnight. I wake up this morning, and it already has an update out. Okay. And so I installed the update. Now, I actually can't remember. I'm gonna pick Hitler because You know what? Just to save me the trouble, I'm gonna go Chim Chim. Only one other fire type in this game. But rather that's a me availability. Which is I am. Time for a Pokemon battle. So yeah, I had an update today. I updated it in the middle of the day. The thing is, here in the UK right now, it is Easter break, which is 2 weeks, right? The thing of trying to download, install, update anything in the middle of the day during a break, during a term break, work and yeah, is the Ray, please fuck. Thing with that is that you got a bunch of kids at home, like completely taking up all the bandwidth in your fucking head. Thing is, I live in my parents don't rent it where I live, everything, but we are in a community area where we live. Nothing here, I believe, but we all share. We can have different times of it. Overall, everybody coming up really like speed things go at. It didn't help my mum also works from days, so download took like an hour. Kept like dipping in between being 5 days long and 10 minutes. I thought was but anyway, so I have played some of it today. Luckily, I completed the Phantom Menace before starting the stream. Started. Keep trying to use the joystick. I've had this controller in my hand. Yes, I have lower souls on PC. Sorry, it's a game for console. And I'll just get. Really, it's a game made for a controller. Sorry, game made for a controller, not a. Why the fuck did I say laptop? What? That's fucking dumb. Oh, that's indeed off going. I remember that long ago. I got back on Brilliant Diamond, like, you know, game being kind of bad. I went to and I wanted to get the national decks for. Oh, I need the national deck. Okay, I was just human. So, right, get the national deck. The late trio to get the national. And doing so. So that was desperate. Is that it's a roaming. And one thing that thing is, I had the roaming legendary encounter I'd had beforehand, but in Sword and Shield and Ultra Beast, Sun and Moon, those were the roaming legendary I had. They were not hard because when you encountered them, they just attacked. Didn't sorry, they didn't try to flee. You didn't have to do all that. No, like first main series Pokemon game I played was Omega. I played Pokemon games before, not a main. And there are no, and in Oras, there were no legendary. Now in the original games, it would have been Latios. However, in Oras, get them as part of the story, and if you pass and have. I was so lucky. But issue with what the fuck was that? Hold on. I'm gonna edit my mic. Filters, there we go. Oh? Is this working better? What the fuck was... Okay, yeah. Wait, if I turn noise suppression on this. Wand. Alright. Think I've got that working now. I was just editing the mic stuff so it's not as silent. I've done what I could, but it just doesn't look. Anyway. Change the Pokédex. Right. So I think we are nearly back where we started, where we left off before. Cool. Gonna take a sip of my tea. Oh, I remember what I was gonna talk about from this before. What I was planning to talk about beforehand. What I was going to have said before was I had so the people I did my Aladdin thing with, they emailed saying, hey, we got the new thing planned. I'm not saying it just yet because I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. I'm not under any NDA stuff, but I'd rather not spoil anything and then risk someone finding it and me getting in trouble and everything. So I'm not gonna say what. I'm gonna say, hey, new musical. I can drop hints, but I don't think I'll explicitly state what it is. They're doing the musical September. Please audition. Oh, sorry, not please audition. It's like, here are a list of name characters you can audition for. And I went for one character. I'm not gonna say the name of it. But the the requests were that you had strong acting, strong singing. Got both of those down. A was the main part in the last one and absolutely killed it. Everyone seemed to enjoy it. B, yeah, I had the school production, which was a fucking nightmare. Let me tell you that much. So I was able to get over my sabotage and go at it off by heart when I didn't really, when I shouldn't have been going off by heart. And so there was that, and then, and the next two things are required. It said dancing, preferably a baritone as well. Now, two problems with that. I have not done any proper dancing since I was about maybe 4 or 5, and like moving around with rhythm, like to music and everything. I have only just kind of rediscovered I have that ability, so everything's kind of, you know, up there. And then there is the issue of being a baritone, which is something I am not, but I digress. And so for context, when you're like singing, there's like different, not necessarily keys, but different parts a person is when they sing. So because so for, at least for males, you've got treble, alto, tenor, baritone, bass. And for women, it's generally soprano and alto. Very rare you get a tenor. And the thing with that, and so obviously the highest is a treble, the lowest is a bass. And so me being, and here's the thing, I am at the low end of being a bass, which makes me what is referred to as a second bass. It just means I'm at the lower end of that vocal range. I can sing higher. I can do a first bass if I want, but comfortably I sit in second bass. That's not a euphemism. And so yeah, I was about to say third bass. Yeah, I'm a second bass. They want a baritone. Now, I have not auditioned yet. I'm still waiting on the material they want me to practice for the audition. And I'm like still out of it. And my brain fucking work. But yeah, so second bass, they want a baritone. But I thought, right, whatever. I can at least sing a first bass if I want. Could get lucky in an audition. So that aside, I emailed back saying, hey, want to audition for character name here. They got back to me a couple days ago. Said, yep, that's fine. We're just organizing all the material and everything. We'll email you again with the stuff we want you see you on audition day. One thing I'd asked to be specified in the email was what was wanted for the dancing. Just so I had a rough idea of what they want in the dancing part of the audition. And I was told, in this response email, don't worry, it won't be too daunting. Which, the fact that they used the word daunting makes it sound daunting. That is how it is. It sounds daunting. So, I don't really know what to think outside of that. For now we're on about acting, and we've only got 10 minutes left of the stream. Who wants a fucking rant? Why don't we? Right, rant time. I might have gone off about this in one of my last couple of streams, but whatever. School production we did, like, 2 weeks ago. It was the Oliver Twist musical, right? Fucking nightmare from the beginning to end. And, like, how do I start? Where do I start with this fucking... You know what, I'll start from the start. So, I found out on the day that they were going to, like, on, like, the open night for the thing that it was happening. Because there were no posters around the school, so, there were no posters around the school, so I had no clue it was happening. Second issue. So, second issue was... So, second issue was that I had, So, I'm surprised anyone had found out about it, because I didn't know it was happening until a few hours before it was happening. But I digress. I show up, a couple of my mates are there. With two amazing, couple of my mates, they're in the year above me, they're year 13. Which means they're actually doing their A-levels in a couple of months' time. I am the year below, I'm like only midway through the A-level course. And because I'm midway through the A-level course, there's a slight problem there with there is the ever so slight problem of me being... Right, I remember where I was with this now. Right, so I show up, a couple of my mates that were really above me. No one I spoke with, like, during the day was gonna do it. None of my performing arts class were there, probably because they didn't fucking know what was happening. I found out through my music teacher, who was, you know, like, head of the band for the whole thing. So, that's a mess that, like, other people that they could have wanted just didn't know it was happening. Where do I fucking continue with this? So anyway, first day, I show up and I say, hey look, when you begin casting people, just know I am currently the main character in something else. Which is true, I was doing the Aladdin Banto still at the time. I was still preparing for it. So director, great guy, I'm not gonna criticize him whatsoever here. He said, oh, yep, that's fine, we'll have you as, like, background chorus, you can help out backstage as well. But, yep, I'm cool with this. So there was that. And I missed a few rehearsals, admittedly, because of the Aladdin stuff taking up most of my time, and also a bunch of... They do throw you a lot of assessments at A level, so I was also constantly kind of constantly revising and stuff. So I'm always revising, always everything else. So I show up again, and I'm put in charge of the fucking children. Now, as I have learned, as I kind of came to realize later, because of COVID, like, the year 8s, year 7s have missed about 2 years of, like, social development time, right? And I'm gonna say something very, very offensive here, and I do not, well, I suppose to a point I do mean it, but I do not mean it in necessarily a negative way. It is more of an analogy than anything else. And what that is that these kids are essentially, in a weird kind of pseudo way, sort of autistic. And I'm not saying it as an insult, I'm not saying it as like I am diagnosing them as autistic. But you wouldn't be able to necessarily, because a lot of these kids are probably normal, but quote unquote normal. Like, they are probably very average children, right? But the problem is that they were all acting like primary school kids still, like year 5 and year 6. They hadn't necessarily grasped the fact that they were in secondary school now. And it got so stressful on me for having to manage them. I remember I genuinely thought, like, leading up to the show happening, I genuinely thought I was gonna have a stroke at one point. But in my infinite wisdom, I decided I was too committed and it was too late to drop out. So I kept going with it, probably as a mistake. Thank God I didn't have a stroke by the end. It was a fucking nightmare. So where was, like, the significant troubles? Probably the... No, it was the Friday before we started. Like, actually doing the... Before the dates where people were gonna show up so we could perform it to them. That Friday, right? We get there. I get there. And I'm managing the kids backstage. And I'm constantly going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Because they kept missing their fucking cues because they were talking backstage. And I didn't have to go on for this scene. But all the small kids did, because it was like scene 1. And they kept missing their cue to get the fuck on. So deadass, I told them all to shut the fuck up, because I was really stressed at this point. And so I told them all to shut the fuck up. And then one kid who had been a persistent problem, was like year 8, I think, imitated me. And I don't know necessarily why it was this kid, because he hadn't necessarily caused a problem to that day. But why this kid saying something was a problem. But it became a problem, and I actually smacked him in the head. Like, hold on, let me turn the webcam on for a second so you can see what I mean. You turn webcam on. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong thing. There we go, webcam. Why isn't it on? Hello, webcam. Eh? Is it unplugged? But whatever. Point is, I smacked him in the top of the head. Like, where the hair was. And I did fess up to it in the end. But, I didn't get in trouble for it. And I know why I didn't get in trouble for it, because the director bloody knew what that kid was like. And was like, oh, we know you're under stress. I got rewarded for that shit. I genuinely got rewarded for hitting him. And I shouldn't be saying that, especially on stream. But I got fucking rewarded. That set the kids in line for the most part. Then Wednesday happens, and it's like, everything was fucking awful. Might have put in a couple of words. So I might have put in a couple of words to the director of, like, what was happening backstage or the misbehaving. And they kind of got their act together on Thursday, and I stand by it saying that Thursday was the best night of the 3 we did. Then Friday happens, and I mentioned this earlier, and that I got sabotaged. And I don't mean I know I got sabotaged, that's not a definitive I got sabotaged, but I am placing it in the options list because of what happened. So what had happened was... Oh, I just beat Logan Paul, nice. So, at the very last minute, I became narrator because the other one dropped out. I had missed too many rehearsals. So he dropped out because he missed too many rehearsals. So they replaced him with me. And by the time I became narrator, it became too late for me to learn my lines in time. So what we came over with, like, putting the lines on a prop for me to read off as narrator. And the idea was I go on stage, pick it up, read, leave. Now the problem with that was that the Friday night, it had been moved from where it should have been, because it's not meant to go with the other props. And I thought to myself, like, it was frustrating and embarrassing, because I did stutter a lot, and I made it through in the end, but it was embarrassing. And I was a bit annoyed. By a bit, I mean very. But I gave everybody the benefit of the doubt, thinking, oh, well, it's probably just the case that somebody thought it belonged to the props. And I did find it with the props, so I just assumed, oh, somebody found it, thought it went with the rest of the props, didn't know, put it with the rest of the props. Which is quite, at first was fine. Then it went missing 3 more times. The second and third times I found it, put it where it ought to have been. By the time we get to the final part, where I'm supposed to, you know, do the big part, it had gone missing again, and I couldn't find it. So I had to power my way through, and thank God I remembered those lines as well. Oh, I should not have remembered those lines whatso-fucking-ever. And I powered it through, and I even got an applause for it, because the audience could fucking see my confusion when it wasn't there again. Ooh. Yeah, I got probably angry there. Either way, we're definitely past where we were. Oh, hello. I know this man. What? How did you know? How did you unmask me as a member of the International Police? Though, what? I beg your pardon? I was just making conversation. Here. Wait, hold on. No, I got a better one. This is I've got a better voice for Looker.
Claim you were only making conversation, do you? But I know better not to believe that. No, no, no. You realized right away that I was somebody extraordinary. That's why you spoke to me, is it not? Your power of observation is thin. Listen, quite admirable you are. Now that my cover has been blown, let me introduce myself. I am a globe-trotting elite of the International Police. No, I shall inform you only of my code name. My code name is Looker. It's what they call me. Incidentally, it's the saying of don't be a thief. It's familiar to you? No. You claim not to know? How could that be? Perhaps your mama has said it, but you've forgotten, like usual. So, my friends, is it wrong to think it belongs to others? Unfortunately, there are those who apparently do not heed those words. It's in fact there are criminals stealing the Pokemon of others. I have therefore become on the lookout for characters arousing my suspicion. Incidentally, our trainers, yes, perhaps you can make use of this. That's a recorder. It's a nifty device for recording a match. Because it's quite popular these days. But myself, I do not Pokemon battling very often. I would be in better hands of you. Also, I have a request. If you were to see me again, I ask that you not talk to me, for I am on duty. Actually, yes, you may speak to me. You must. No, not because I have learning. No. You must inform me of bad guys. You must inform me of any happenings.
Speaking fast is hard. Working for the International Police must be hard. So is doing your voice, Dawn. Flip it! It's the trainer school. The name says it all. I saw your friend Spark going earlier. He could still be in there studying. Okay, bye now. Ugh. Well, that's cool and all. But I think I can save. Safely this time. Just before we end the stream. Just to make sure. File. Save status. Alright. I'll just save the status stream. Right. There we are. Thank you for joining me. Again. My throat hurts after that. Yeah. Either way, I digress. VOD goes up tomorrow. Highlights will be, as always. You'll see you on Friday, where I've forgotten what my stream schedule says I'm streaming. I'm probably streaming something Minecraft related. Either way, see you then.